Guys, how's it going? How did I do on weigh day? I got £6 off and I was very happy with that. I'm deaf in one ear. It's apparently to do with the medication. I don't know. It's stupid anyway. So yeah, I got £6 off and I was super happy with that. It's definitely a start. It's definitely a kick in the right direction. I've had 2 nights out so far this week and didn't make good choices. So I'm hoping to get like a £1 off or a maintain this week. Either one. If I put on again, I'm going to be super disappointed in myself. But it is all to do with me. So I said I'd take some questions and I wrote a few down that I got. Yay, great start. Just about me really. You all know that one. My name's Zara, 28 now. I had my birthday in December. And yeah. What do I do to relax? I read books, I play video games, I play with toys. I like cute things and slime and putty. I'll play with them all the time. I'm basically an 8-year-old in a 28-year-old's body. I read a lot of books, like constantly reading. And I care for my granddad. That's my life. It's great. No, I do like what I do. As a kid, how did I deal with bullies and how do I deal with bullies now? I'm looking down there because I've got it written down. Because you know me, I'd forget. I got picked on a lot at school, but I had a lot of awesome friends and I can remember there were a few times when I'd come home crying to like my mum and dad. And then I'd just think, oh, well, what's the point? But again, on the flip side of that, there'd be me going, well, I'm not bothered what people say. But then I would, because then I'd turn to eating and comfort eat and put on more weight. It never pushed me to do something about it myself. It just made me angrier at myself, which ate more. And that's how it was a very unhealthy way of dealing with it. And then, as I do now, I laugh it off. Because what else is there to do? It's stupid. I'm 28. I can't be arsed with that shit. I mean, you still get it. You do. Like I've said before, and when people drive past and they'll say stuff, or when you're out and they'll be like, well, what's the point in making an effort? You're still fat. And I'm like, well, yeah, but I still look good and all. So that's how I deal with that. It's never been I'd say from like my teenage years, because my mum was always worried that one, I'd never have a boyfriend, or that I'd be the butt of the joke and people would only be interested in me because it'd be a dare or a bet. And we had a lot of talks about that in my teen years. And I suppose a bit of me was waiting for it, and I was like, okay, alright. But it never, I never saw it happen. It never happened. It may have been the thing and I was just unaware of it, but it never seemed to be an issue for me. I always had a lot of friends, a lot of nights out that I never had a problem with guys. So I never had that. Because I know a lot of people had it, where they come home and they cry, or I've got friends who this sort of stuff's happened to, but it was never an issue for me. Never had to deal with that, which was good. You have to deal with some stuff, but it would never... I don't know, and even if it was, and I just don't know about it, it wouldn't have bothered me anyway because I was still having fun, you know what I mean? It was still a good night. So, who knows with that one? It's probably a bit more information than you all need. What made me want to start dieting? Lots of things. When my grandma died, I comfort ate, put on a lot of weight. Sort of levelled out at about 16 stone. That was when I was younger. And then when my mum died, my God, that was it. Looking back now, I didn't notice the unhealthy spiral that I got myself into. I didn't go out much. I only went out when there were a promise of food, like we were going to a nice restaurant. Otherwise, I would just couldn't be bothered. I didn't really leave my room. I just ate and ate and ate until I got to 24.5 stone. And I was going to do the whole... Oh, what's it called? Gastric bypass thing. That's the one. I was going to do all that, and we went through quite a lot, jumped through quite a lot of hoops, lost 2 stone, went to Bupa, priced it all up, got the money together, got in through the door, sat down. They explained it all to me and I went, I am not having this done. There is not a cat in hell's chance it's not happening. It was too scary for me. I know people have had it done. I know loads of people who love it. I know loads of people have had it done and also despise it because they let you talk to these people. they let you like sit down in a room with people who've had it, and you see both sides of it. And it was too scary for me. And they lost, because you lose weight so quickly, the bodies afterwards. Now I'm in no like frame of mind where I'm going to lose this weight and my body's going to be amazing. It's going to be horrible. I've already said it 1,000 times. It's going to look like melted candle wax, and I am not looking forward to it in the slightest. My stomach, not so much, because it is what it is. My arms, I've always had a problem with it. As you know, if you've watched other videos, I despise the tops of my arms. They're huge. That's my trigger bit. I'm like, no. So I do want them, when I've lost the weight, I do want them removed. Everything else, yeah, sure, but again, it'll be getting stuff together and sorting it all out, and I don't know if it'll be that big of a deal for me. We'll see when I get there. Still a long, long way to go. But for wanting me to, and even then, it was like, I didn't really want to do it for me. I thought it was something that I needed to do. Like, I should do it because I'm too big for this, or when you go to, I get most of my clothes because, like, my style, I don't have a style. I just like cartoon tops and band tops and plaid. I wear a lot of plaid and pyjamas. And when you were going shopping because you needed something new, or chub rub on your jeans and they'd all gone discoloured in thigh and getting all, you know, where they just fall apart, getting to the back of the rack and then realising your size isn't there anymore, or you need a bigger one. That was a bad time. And it was it was way at the back of the rack, and it was only specialised, like, places that had, like, the size 24 jeans, and then they were getting tight, and that was a huge wake-up call. But what made me want to do it for me, and what made me join Slimming World, is I've never been big on kids, probably not going to have them, that sort of thing. And then one of my friends had one, and I got no choice but to love that kid. Literally, she put it on my knee and was like, well, it's your nephew, love him. I was like, all right then. Yeah, so it started off, and I've got loads of pictures where I'm huge. Like, this were at the height of my weight, with just this tiny little shrimp, and I looked so uncomfortable. And then I did love him, and I still do. And then his sister. And as they got a bit older, they wanted to play more than just drawing and stuff. They wanted to go to the park and run around. And when I had him, and I was like, I can't physically do this. I can't play football with it. I still struggle with it. But I don't. I get sweaty, but I bloody love every minute of it. Whereas before, it was pure torture. I was like, ugh. But now, I'll go out on a play park with them, and it's summer, and we'll all mess about. And I was like, I need to do these things because I want to be here. And my mum's side of family dies super young. My dad's side of family will outlive the son. So I'm hoping for a good general age, like at least 60 is my aim. My age is horrible because all I can hear is my own echoey voice. So that was a reason. There was also many other reasons, like health. I have terrible health anyway because I've got no immune system, and my lungs are buggered because I've got bad asthma. But even that, from losing the weight, I was 3 blue inhalers and 2 brown inhalers a month. That's ridiculous. That's an awful lot of just that to keep me alive. Now, it's 1 inhaler every month and a half. It's fantastic, sorry. So, losing the weight has really helped with that. It hasn't done up for my sleeping. I'm still super insomniac of stay awake 4 days, sleep for a day. But other things in health, like I'm not as sweaty as I used to be. Because I hated that. That was one thing I had. I didn't go out in summer. I'd literally lay on my bed with a fan on, like a beached whale, just sweating. It was gross. I don't do that anymore. That's the only reason why I'm saying it now. I used to do that, and I hated it. Whereas now, I still don't like it because I prefer cold weather. But you know, it's good to go out, park, and walk about. So yeah, that's one of the reasons. Why Slimming World? It was the closest one. It was just up road. The first one that I went to was. I live in the dip of 2 hills, and my friend lives at top. And it's a 2-minute walk. And before, even with that, it would take me 5 minutes to get up there, and I'd have my inhaler, and I couldn't breathe, and it was gross. So yeah, that's why I went to Slimming World up there, and I didn't think it was going to work. And I went 1 week, And then I lost £7 on my first week, and I was like, no. Because I'd eaten loads, because you do. You eat loads on Slimming World. It's just about making good choices and not being lazy and cooking the meals and stuff. That's one thing I've found, because that's what I've not been doing. Or eating. You have to eat 3 meals a day and snacks. Who's got time for that? I've got stuff to do. I've got books to read and games to play. So yeah, that's why Slimming World, and it works. And it really does. If it doesn't work, it's on you. It's not on them. It's not on their plan. It's not on their way of eating, because that 100% works. What struggles do I face? Me. That's the only struggle I face. How I feel. My hair's horrible. This isn't staying this colour. It was going dark purple, but my roots needed doing, if you care about my hair. And then I decided I wanted to go neon green, so I ordered some of that. So I've got to wait for it to come. See what that looks like. I'm going to look like I've just tipped acid on my head. Or a massive apple. Yeah, what struggles I face? Just me. Not being bothered, can't be bothered, not feeling well, not feeling like standing and cooking 3 meals. Just wanting the rubbish food, which isn't that good. I had a pizza the other day. I told you I've been out. I was at a friend's house and we got Domino's. And it was horrible. Which I think it was just that cooked. I mean, the pizzas are normally delicious from there. But it was just a bad one. Doing that. Right then, this has gone on for a lot longer than I thought it would do. So I'm going to go. Alright, see you later, darlings. Bye.